You're so sad. You cry. You're probably mad at yourself. Full of regrets. It feels like the world is almost over for you. Nothing seems okay all of a sudden. All the odds are against you. You can't eat. You can't sleep. Suddenly you feel so lonely in the midst of 7.5 billion human species on Earth. Wait a minute. Is 7.5 or 7 billion? I don't know. Whatever. Questions that you may never find answers to start to pop up in your head. Like, what did I do wrong? Wasn't I good enough? What's wrong with me? Oh my god. I feel like dying right now. I hate you. I hate me. Filled with rage and hatred of self. I get it. I wore those shoes 1,000 times before, and I felt exactly like you. Nothing can throw you into a pit of despair quite the same way a bad breakup can. But you know what? What if I told you I have got a solution for you? A solution for all your problems right now. What if I told you I got all the secret ingredients to help you bounce back to an even more happier phase of your entire life? Don't be skeptical. It's possible. But then, how can one get over a breakup? Well, there is actually no right or wrong way to get over a breakup, because everyone experiences a broken heart differently. But all you have to do is accept who you are and try to give moving forward a shot. The pain of an ended relationship is one that can be experienced maybe even more than once in a lifetime. Don't let movies and books fool you. They always have a way of painting this perfect, easy bounce back strategy. They show you how Romeo broke up with Juliet and they fix things in no time and they're back together and happy ever after, blah blah blah. And well, that's pretty much what you'll be anticipating me to talk about on this video, the happy ending part, right? I wish. Sorry, Jenny wasn't born today. I'm gonna be pretty honest with you. Though it's sad to say, in real life, relationship woes aren't usually resolved in 2 hours like they are portrayed in the silver screen, and the stories don't always have uncluttered endings. Here are 10 vital tips that can help you get over a breakup. It is a step-by-step process that will gradually help you heal, build back your self-esteem and confidence, and put you back on the right track for a better phase through your entire life. 1. Rebuild your self-esteem. Often, if your partner initiated a breakup, personality traits immediately comes to mind, and it's common to start picking apart your physical appearance and questioning what areas you're lacking in that could make someone fall out of love with you. This is not the time to focus on your flaws. Rather, your focus should be on what you really value in yourself and what you brought to the relationship. If you can, make a list thinking about traits that speak to your character, emotional strengths, skill sets, your abilities, and any other quality that has value in a relationship. It is important not to view the end of a relationship as a failure. Instead, think of it as an opportunity to learn and grow. It doesn't matter if it was your first relationship or if you have had others before. Everyone, whether they are 16 or 60 or 80, can get to know themselves better and work on improving their relationship skills. The moment a door closes, another window opens. You just have to look through, my friend. 2. Avoid a rebound relationship. Been there, done that, guilty as charged. To escape the fear of being alone or combat the breakdown phase of a relationship breakup, you may feel a sense of urgency about finding a new romantic partner, but the so-called rebound relationships prevent you from working through your previous one. At first, it may seem all rosy, but trust me, in no time, you can get hurt a dozenfold than you did in the previous one. Take some time to reflect on the relationship that has recently ended so you won't end up repeating the same patterns or making the same mistakes in a new one. A rebound is often a quick fix that will only make available temporary solutions, and once that high wears off, you may just feel nothing but guilt. When you make impulsive decisions by jumping into another relationship, it means you are trying to find a way to avoid feeling hurt. Acknowledging the hurt and understanding that being a responsible person means dealing with it is a better route. 3. Restructure your routine. Once or twice a week, find a restaurant, cinema, or a coffee shop you have never been to, and if you can, take a friend with you. Enroll for a gym class if you haven't before. Engage in recreational activities like games, sports. Do you play basketball? I guess it's time to up your game and throw more balls into the hoop. Or you can visit family and friends more often. Mind you, the goal is to break up your usual routine and get away from the places you would always go to with your ex. It's also an opportunity to spend quality time with family and friends you probably haven't kept much in touch with lately. 4. Take care of yourself. This is the most crucial and most important point, if you let me say. Your current mind state can be detrimental to your health if not immediately put in check. I guess you barely eat properly lately. Do you sleep at all? Well, I get it. It is important more than ever before that you take good care of yourself, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. We all have our own unique needs in each area, but there are some general acts of self-care that are beneficial for everyone, such as a nutritious diet, regular exercise, a social support system, and strategies for coping with stress, among others. Endeavor to be gentle, patient, kind, and giving towards yourself at this moment. It may help you to know that the pain of a breakup is not just emotional. Research has shown people can also feel physical pangs of loss. Emotional pain can result to many physical consequences if not attended to, some of which include weight loss, high blood pressure, or depression. Following a breakup is a good time to think about your wants and needs in a romantic relationship. You may find it helpful to journal or make a list. Ask yourself questions like, have I been choosing partners who are not capable of a loving and mature relationship? And was I hoping this person would change or that I would be able to change them? It can be painful to admit that your previous relationship wasn't able to meet your needs. Taking time to honestly reflect can be hard work, but once you do, trust me, you will be able to clarify the qualities to look for in a future partner. If you find out that you can't let go of a relationship or you feel unable to cope with the loss, seek support from friends and family, or better still, seek professional help from a therapist. 5. Don't get stuck in the past. We are all guilty of having the tendency to look back on our lives or certain relationships with rose-colored glasses. This is known as the effect of rosy retrospection, which involves the refusal to see the flaws in the relationship and only focus on the good parts, which you're likely to miss if you don't get back with your ex. Most times, both good and bad memories may feel as though they are playing on an endless loop in your mind. These invasive thoughts can slow down the healing process and can be quite distressing. It is absolutely difficult for anyone, but it is important not to lose perspective. Although it is realistic to say no relationship is all bad, but none are perfect. 6. Get rid of all reminders of your ex. If you are getting over a breakup, one of the first actions needed to be taken quickly is purging your apartment of all reminders of your ex. After a breakup, if you don't quickly get rid of your ex sweatshirt, pictures on the wall, on the phone, or any gift items you must have acquired from them, getting over the breakup will only be a nightmare. Take the time to remove all reminders of them from your home. It can be painful to see your ex with a new partner, so as hard as it may be to do, unfriend them, unfollow them. The fewer connections you have to one another, the easier it will be for you to move on. 7. Avoid shit-talking your ex. Although it feels good to trash talk your ex with your friends and hearing them say, "Oh, he wasn't your type. What were you even doing with this guy?" Okay? But it's unwise to rely on that to heal a broken heart. Hearing your friends bring down someone who made you feel shitty feels like it should be justified in the grand karmic scheme of things. Your health and happiness need not to be contingent on someone else's pain and suffering. 8. Activate a social media detox. More often, you tend to share mutual friends with your ex, which makes it just unfollowing them not enough to rid your social media of your presence. If that's the case, it's important that you limit your social media presence for a while until you can log on without being tempted to internet stalk. On the other side of the river, your well-meaning friends may be tempted to pass along any gossip they hear or see. Shun such and rather be proactive and let them know you're struggling to move on and it's best to keep you in the dark. Remember that the aim is to create enough distance away from your ex as much as you can. Spying on them or stalking them on social media will only prolong the healing process. 9. Do forgive. Well, to say to err is human and
to forgive is divine.
Most times, forgiving your ex is pretty difficult and may take quite a while, especially if you were really hurt. Forgiving someone does not mean that you condone their spiteful behaviors or actions. The act of forgiveness is not so much about the other person, it's more about you permitting yourself to stop investing time and energy into a person and situation that is no longer healthy for you. In order to mend a broken heart and move on, there's someone else you need to be ready to forgive: yourself. Remember that the longest running and the most prevailing relationship you will ever have is with yourself. 10. As soon as you are ready, do try again. It is usually difficult to love and trust another person, especially after a long-term relationship ends. But try to remember that as deep as the pain of a broken heart can be, it means that you experience love just as deeply. Having to start the process all over again is energy draining, and most times a failure. I tried loving someone else, I couldn't. I just can't love someone else. Yeah, it's always that way. If you struggle with your identity as a single person, bear in mind that your value comes from who you are, not who you are with. Being on your own gives you the opportunity to focus on yourself and build up. Do not rush into another relationship. If you finally decide to try again, a mindful dating catalog should be activated. Healing from heartbreak is not the same process for everyone. It may even vary within the same person throughout your life, changing from one relationship to the next. Nobody can tell you with any degree of certainty how long you will need to heal, but if you closely follow these steps, you can make the process of mending a broken heart into an opportunity to learn more about your wants and needs. Ultimately, you can use these insights to develop and strengthen your healthy coping skills. The growth you will experience will help you navigate through future relationships with others as well as the relationship with yourself. Hey,
Thank you for watching.
and be sure to subscribe because more incredible content like this is on the way.
It's okay. Yeah. Don't you dry your eyes, not today. Remind yourself it's just a game and you have to play.